with your tailbone and your head on it so that you're comfortably balanced with the weight even through all parts of your feet. Now the closer your feet together, the harder it is to balance. The wider the feet, the easier it's going to be. So you just choose where you need to be and trying to have the weight even on both sides of your pelvis. I always feel like I'm a little uneven when I start the class, probably throughout my life, not just at the start of a class, but just thinking about, can you position and tilt your pelvis and just wobble a little to make sure the weight's even. The arms again can be as wide as you wish to start, but we're just going to just pause and take a few breaths. So as you exhale, letting the weight of your arms sink a little closer to the mat. On your next breath, send your arms a bit wider. Then turn your palms over and go a little wider still. Travel the arms a little higher, keeping them wide and on the floor. With each out breath, trying to let the weight of the arms and the shoulders sink a little closer. And again, take the arms a little higher. We're going to take, for the last few breaths, take the arms right up above you. And leave one arm above you as you come into backstroke swimming. So one arm to your side, one arm straight above your head. And trying to avoid any change in the shape of your spine. Just that your rib cage might want to arch and flare. You're going to try not to let it. You're going to try and keep pelvis in neutral, rib cage connected. And backstroke swimming. We're going to add our leg movement into that. So the opposite arm and leg slide away. Scoop the tummy in. Opposite arm and leg slide straight. Hello. You're going to get hit there, Ziggy. Go away. Come on in your bed. Lift the opposite arm and leg. So one foot, one hand is on the floor. And send the opposite arm and leg straight. Breathe in as you return. Breathe out to press away. Breathing in to come back. And scooping the tummy in, press away. Breathe in to return. Press away. You don't have to go anywhere near the floor with your toe, just being able to keep neutral. Change sides. Opposite arm and leg lifts. Press straight, breathe in to come back. Just think about what your rib cage is doing, checking the little curve of your lower back stays the same. Opposite, change legs, opposite arm and leg lifted again. Take them out to the side. Return. Not so fast. See how far the arm can move and the leg. Now I'm very much loading my weight bearing hand and foot, and I'm really trying to ground my right foot that's on the floor. And we'll change sides. Press away, breathe in to come back and scoop the tummy in. Hand and knee travels out. as you press away, inhale as you return. Send both legs straight and both arms straight. Reach your hands away, check your head is straight, come back. Press arms straight, press legs straight. And coming back. So you're very much feeling a sort of bony resistance to the end arm range of movement. You might feel thoracic spine really stretching. Last one. Let's lift your knees. And we're going to do some little toe taps. So you tap your toe. Scooping the tummy into tap. Lifting. Trying not to allow the upper back or your ribs to change shape. With your knees still in the air, if you're happy to, press it straight, single leg stretch. The weight even through both arms, your shoulders moulding, melting over the roller. Last one. Return one foot, but leave one leg in the air. We're going to lift and lower a single leg. 6 or 8 single leg raises to one side. And you're just trying to keep the pelvis quite still. If you want to challenge your balance, you could take your arms away. But I've really got to centre so much more and really think about what my tummy is doing to keep my pelvis still. It's hard. Changing legs. You have to do it on this side. Take one arm away. I can't do it on my weaker side. No. I'm going to keep my hands on the floor. If you've got your hands on the floor, maybe you could have one finger on the floor. Wonderful. Returning both feet to the floor. Breathe in. Send the arms up. Circle the arms around behind you. Big arm circles. Reaching out. Now pause again somewhere in that arc where you feel a good stretch on either your arms or your chest. And we'll just hold that position for a few breaths. Circling the arms back to your side. We'll lift your knees again. And we'll come into frog legs. So press both legs straight. Back to frog. Squeeze the legs straight. Breathe in as you return. Pressing both legs straight. Breathe in to come back. Breathing into return. Squeezing the inner thighs. Do 2 more. Back to frog. You've got to balance on the roller. And return. Return your feet, lift the arms again. Elbows drop towards the floor. Roll your hands backwards. Press the arms to the wall behind you. Lift straight arms to the ceiling. Elbows drop down. Hands roll backwards. Reach up, lift. Drop the elbows down. Turn the palms facing up. Press back. Lift. Drop. Roll. Press away. Let's reverse the direction. So straight arms reach to the wall behind you. Do a chicken wing, so you come back. Fingertips press upright. Reach. Chicken wing. Fingers upright. Press the arms back. No arching of the ribs. One more. Wonderful. Turn the palms back, facing down. Can you lift both knees again? We're going to lower both legs. Now they're going to be glued together. And the second you feel your back arching or changing shape, lift the knees. So it's teeny weeny tiny. Two more. We're going to do a single leg bicycle. So press the leg away. It straightens as you brush the foot lower, knee to chest. And reverse. Sorry, not reverse, change legs. Drawing a circle with your foot. Okay, last exercise, returning your feet to the floor, exactly how we started the class, reaching the arms out behind to your side, palms up. Breathe, breathe out, deflate the arms to the floor, sweep the arms a little wider, higher, palms still up. Hands, relax. Arms reach up a bit more. Relax. Send the arms again right up above your head. Keep reaching the arms away, and we're going to stay there. And if you're happy to do so, you could gently slide your legs straight. Couple more breaths. Keep reaching through your fingers. And relax there. We've got to get off the roller. Your spine's probably embedded onto Right, hold the roller in your hands and have your knees up, and we're going to do a hip roll. So both knees travel one side, the roller in the opposite direction. Breathe in to come back. And breathe out. Push both knees away. And coming back. So you can really reach both knees away. Glue the knees together. Allow your hands to turn. Your hands to push. Coming back. We're going to lift one leg, straighten one leg. Lower that leg towards the floor as you lift, return the straight leg to the ceiling. So you're trying to lower one leg, the supporting leg does nothing, stay still. Breathe in and press. Change legs. Lower. Lift. The arms don't have to go to the floor behind you, you're just checking you can keep neutral. Your supporting leg is bent and in the air and nice and still. If it's a bit much on your back, you can keep that supporting leg resting to the floor. Wonderful. Returning your feet to the floor. Your feet and knees hip width apart. Check your pelvis is in neutral. We're going to take the arms behind you. We're going to slowly roll and curl up at the top height. We're going to let the arms meet, the roller meet your legs. Reach. I'm not necessarily curling, I'm just possibly going to bridge to do it a little faster. So a flat back, straight arm, straight leg at the top, straight hip, bridge. Tap the legs, rest back down. Bottom up. Really push your hips high to meet the roller. And check the weights even on both feet. Bridge. And drop. And lifting up. And rest down. Last one. Wonderful. We're going to slide both legs straight and push straight arms away. Sitting as tall as you possibly can. Roll back a little. Pause. Reach the arms to the ceiling. We're going to do 4 straight arm raises. 2, 3, curl, 4, and rolling up. Tall, roll back, pause, twist, center, twist, center, rotate, center, twist. Last one to each side, twist, center, twist, and center. Sit, feet flex as tall as you can. Really work to open the upper back. And we're going to tuck the chin and roll and curl forward. And come back up. When I think I'm sitting straight, if I glance in the camera, I can see I'm not. I've got to really lift my sternum and throat and my head to straighten the upper back. So pause for a second to do that. Reaching forward, hold it, come back up. One vertebra at a time, lifts away from the mat. You can bend your knees if you need to, lift your head a little higher and roll forward again. Hold it, lifting and coming back up. Feet together, roll at this side of your knees, forearms press into your legs. And you roll and hold it and come back up. So I'm very much using my arms, oh, wasn't sitting tall there, very much using my arms to push down and then return and lift up and pushing down on my arms to lift higher into my shoulders and rolling back. And come back up and sit tall and roll. Push down on the arms as you come back. And push up. Brilliant. We're going to pop the roller behind your shoulder blades. Bend your knees. I'm going to lift my bottom and roll my body weight on the roller. Imagine you're ironing out those muscles in your back. You could have your elbows kind of very close so that your shoulder blades move slightly out of the line of fire. Go as large a movement as you wish. And then we're going to sit down and have the roller shoulder blade height, and we're just going to extend backwards over the roller and come back. So extending over, elbows again pretty tucked in. You can choose where you are as you do that extension, so you could be a little higher. Pause there to breathe, take a couple of breaths if you're happy to do so, but the weight of your head is continually supported in your hands. Do one more. Good. We're going to roll and come back up. We're going to pop the roller underneath your knees. And lying down, lift your bottom to put the roller under your pelvis. We're going to slide a leg straight. Now it's quite a hip flexor stretch. And come back. You've got to really work your tummy to prevent your lower back from arching in that position. So just a little leg slide. Think of opening the front of the hip without extending any further your spine. Slide the leg straight. We're going to leave your leg straight and kick it up to the ceiling and lower. So this time we're always concerned about flattening your waistline to the mat. Now as you lower, you've got to check you're not arching your spine. I've got my thumbs on the bottom of my ribcage, my fingertips on the bony bit in front of my pelvis. So I'm checking with my fingers the width of my waistline, but it doesn't change as I do that kick. Return your foot to the floor. Slide the other leg straight. Breathe in, kick and lower. And kick and lower. You're not letting the pelvis move further away from the rib cage. Kick and lower. And then we're going to come into a knee fold, lifting one knee at a time. Toe taps again. Similar feeling of your pelvis. You're not allowing your spine to change its shape. Keep the rib cage closing down. If you don't like these exercises in a higher position, then please just do them with your pelvis on the floor. Frog legs, toes together, knees wide, and press straight. Breathe in as you bend the knees, press straight legs. So we're going to do our single leg raises, but in a slightly more challenging position into scissors. So in, turn out, one leg, pull. I'm not thinking of the leg that's dropping because gravity will take care of that. I'm thinking of the leg that I'm pulling in towards me, seeing if I can squeeze the front of my thigh as much as I can as I do that scissors movement. Last one to each side. Pull the leg up. Drop your knees towards your chest. Grab one leg and do another hip flexor stretch. Your leg is now dangling. It might not be anywhere near the floor, but feeling the front of your thigh. Change sides. Returning your feet to the floor. Lift your bottom. Just push the roller away from you a little. We're going to leave it there. Spine curl back down. So we're just going to do some spine curls, ignoring the roller for a moment. So you're flattening the waistline and tipping and tilting your pelvis. So just do a few little tilts. Lifting your bottom, rolling and curling back down. Curl up. At the top height, we're just simply going to do our marching heels as we usually do. Take a breath in to rest your feet and curl back down through your spine, one vertebra at a time. Rolling up again, bridging up, toes of one foot, heels of the other marching. Toes of one foot, heels of the other. Hold it for a breath in, relax your feet and mount your spine back down onto the mat. So, feet on top of the roller. We're going to not curl, we're just going to bridge. 1, we're going to do 10, 2, 3, hip lift. Not really resting down, just tapping the mat with your pelvis and press the hips up. 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10 and rest. Wonderful. Well done. Right, this is ghastly. So if your hamstrings didn't like that, they're going to hate this. Have your tippy toes on the roller, not your heels. Put it away a little way, bridge up, and we're going to try and roll to your heels and roll back. So you're going to possibly just straighten your legs. You don't want the roller to roll all the way to your ankles because you'll never get it back again. Your hamstrings are going to be screaming at you. Let's do 2 more. 1. That's enough. Grab a straight leg. Come into like a scissors position if you want to. And change legs. Brilliant. Pick up the roller in your hands. Have the roller above you with straight-ish legs. We're going to tap the roller. We're going to do 10 taps. 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. Then we're going to do the opposite. Bend the knees slightly. Curl up and tap your shins as high as you can reach. Look through your thighs. 6. Push higher. 9. One more. 10. Amazing. Feet to the floor. Knees together. Hip rolls with your feet down. Stretch them away. Scooping the tummy in to come back. Both knees really press away. And return. Knees press. Rotate. Come back. Last hip roll to each side. Wonderful. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. Shut this door. And have your hands on the roller. And we're going to push the roller away. And stick your bottom out behind you. And then curl back through your spine, your head coming up last into a cat stretch. So this is a great position to sort of hang in for that upper back stretch. Now you can do it standing with your hands on a worktop or a back of the sofa. Hold. Curl, really push your hands away and stick your bottom out and drop your chest and nose as low as you can. Come back up. So this little exercise is really silly. Depends how big your legs are and how skinny your knees are together, because if your kneecaps are in the wrong place, you can't balance. You put your knees on the roller and your hands on the roller, both hands quite central. So we're just going to simply stay there, and that's it. You'll feel the roller moves from side to side, as long as your knees are comfortable. Then, if you lift your toes, it's even more wobbly. You don't have to lift your toes because your abdominals are still going to work. Have the roller back horizontally. Put your shins on it. And don't put too much weight on the roller. We're just going to kind of roll the knees in and roll the knees away. It's a bit of a massage on the front of your shins. You might love it or hate it. And take a rest. Have the roller for threading the needle lengthways at the side of your mat. Your palm is going to be on it and your hand threads underneath you, and you twist and come back. So turning, reaching the hand away and return. One more. Changing sides. Turn. And come back. The weight stays even on both knees. Pelt bottom stays pretty still. And we're going to come and sit down. Have the roller to the side and your palm up. So however your knees are comfortable, you could sit however is okay. Palm up in a straight line, push that shoulder back. We're going to roll the arm away and come back. So the further away it is to start with, obviously the further you've got to go. I want you to imagine your head is lifting up, and as you roll, you're not going to let the shoulder shrug up to your ear. You're pushing the shoulder down and away all the time. So we've done this before where we've taken a straight arm up and over and take the straight arm back. So it's just going to load that weight-bearing shoulder a little more. So you choose. Try to think about sucking the armpit in sort of downwards initially to initiate your return. Let's change sides. So roll away and come back. The further away you start with the roller, harder that is, sitting tall. Check that your hand, your shoulder, your hips are in a nice straight line. You're really quite wide through the front of the chest. Can you, if you want to increase the load, we'll do 4 or 5 more where you take that top arm and reach and come back. Reach and press away. Last one. So we're going to lie down on your side, grab a cushion if you want one under your head, and roller's going to be there, not really doing anything. Heels are in line with your bottom, knees are bent. Oyster. Breathing out to lift the knee and breathing in to lower. Last one. I'd like you to lift both feet and repeat the same. 2. Both feet nice and high, knees open. And then we're going to leave both feet up for 6 more. Feet are super high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 6. Amazing. Well done. Keep your feet, knees down, lift your foot. 2, 3. No rolling forward in your pelvis. 6. Brilliant. Straighten that leg. Go forward, lift, lower, squeeze back. Forward, lift, lower, squeeze back. Forward, up, down, return. Last one. So stay there, 20 bounces. Well done. Pop, if your roller's handy, pop your leg on your roller and straighten the leg. And we're going to do, we've just done 20 bounces on the top leg, we could do little pulses. I don't get much. There's no option but to do little pulses, but keep breathing, keep scooping the tummy in. Inner thigh, straight leg lifts. Think of the pelvic floor lifting as you lift the inside of the knee. Pretty important for happy knees to have strong inner thigh muscles. Wonderful. Let's change sides. So we're going to start with oyster. I forgot how we started then. Oyster. So your heels are in line with your bottom, and we're going to just do 6 of the usual. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lifting your feet. 1. No rolling back in the pelvis. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more. Now leave your feet up. 6, with both feet super high. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. Wonderful. Then we're just going to do the opposite 6 of those. So knees together, lift your foot. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Straight leg. Go forward. Lift, lower, come back. straight leg swing forward, lift, lower, return. Forward, 1, 2, back, lift, lower. Stay with your leg in front of you, 20 bounces. No bouncing in your waistline, keep breathing. Well done. Give that top leg a rest over your roller. And we're going for lifts. 2, 3, quite fast. Let's see if we can almost do 20. Straight leg. Last couple. Wonderful. Lie on your back. Have a little rest. Cross your knees over one another and give your knees a hug. Give both knees a hug. Can you change legs? Keep a hold of your top leg, slide the bottom leg straight. We're going to pull the shin towards you a bit and bring that leg across the midline of the body. And change legs. And have both knees bent and cross your right leg over your left leg. And let both knees drop to the right. So the weight of the right leg is providing a stretch to the left side of your waistline, your hip or your lower back, and reach the opposite hand out. So your left hand out and really stretch your fingertips away from your knees. And coming back to the center, both knees. Cross, legs drop to the left, right arm reaches away. Coming back to the center. We're going to come on to our tummies. It's all dark, so I'm going to see by changing my camera angle changes the light at all. So we're going to lie on your tummy with your hands on the roller. And we're just going to shrug the shoulders up and press the shoulders down. So that's it, just a really small shrug up and down. Straight arms, there is no bend in the elbow, your head is low. Shrugging up and dropping down. So can you keep straight arms, drop the shoulders away from your ears, depress the shoulder blades, lift your head and keep pushing down into the roller as you come back up. Hold it there, roll down, reach the hands forward. Slide the shoulder blades down away from your ears, your head pops up the top of your shoulders, it grows, your neck grows longer, you press down into straight arms, hold it for a breath in and breathing out as you lower. And press down. You choose the side of your center, but keep lifting your sternum, keep lifting your gaze. and rest. Now we're going to just do breaststroke swimming. So elbows a bit, arms a bit wider, bend the elbows, roll the roller under your nose and press away. 2. So you're trying to make your spine longer with each lift. Brilliant. Leave the arms above you and lift the opposite arm and leg. Last one to each side. We're going to leave the arms pressing away, straight arms, heel beats, tiny taps of your heels together. Both thighs are lifted. Keep pushing the hands forward. You're forcing your thoracic spine to be in a little bit of extension because your arms are higher than the mat. But keep your head low. Well done, take a rest. Whew. Come and sit back onto your knees with your heels. Nice and wide, and your head dropping down towards the mat. This time we'll push your hands behind you so you're curling into a ball. Wonderful, we're going to come and stand up. So we're going to stand, roll into your side at arm's length away. Your feet and knees are just shoulder width apart. We're going to reach your top hand to the ceiling and press both arms away. So I'm pushing both arms away for a side bend. Come and stand nice and tall. And again, push both arms away. And come and stand tall. Hold your hip. Tip now to your side. We're going for 6 lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stay there. Can your arm be out so you're in a star? We're going to take, I roll it by the way, we're going to take the star more horizontal, your body more horizontal, and come back up. So we're not going to do anything. We're actually using the weight-bearing hip to do this. Nothing changes apart from the hip we're standing on, and we're trying to encourage as big a movement as you can. 2 more. Last one. Hold it there. You can hold your hip. Can you go forward with your leg and back? Tiny movements. Forward. No movement in your spine. Forward. Back. 3. Just one more. 4's enough. And we'll change sides. Standing with the roller quite far away, shoulder width apart with your feet. Reach. Press. Come back and stand tall. Reach. Press. Last one. Reach. Press. Good. Hold your hip. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now stay there in a star. Take your hand away. Can you tip your body a little more horizontally using the roller for balance. And come back. Stay in that horizontal alignment if you can, as close as you can get it. Kick 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And come back. Oh, that was hard on that waistline. Standing with the roller lengthways on your spine against a wall. So you're going to have my head on it to start with. Feet are quite far forward. We're going to tuck the chin and slowly roll forward. So you're doing a roll down, but you're only going to let one vertebra at a time leave the roller. Soft knees. Hold it for a breath in. Breathe out as you press your spine one vertebra at a time back onto the roller. Press your shoulders back into the roller, but don't let your chest or your ribs pop forward. One more, tap the chin. Roll and curl. Hold it there. Breathe out. So you come back and curl. Good. Have the roller shoulder blade height. And I'd like you to hold, again, feet forward, hold your head. And we're just going to lean backwards over the roller. And you can choose the height of the roller, the point of your spine where you feel it most stiff. Now, all I'm focusing is my lower back doesn't leave, my lower back isn't touching the roller because of the curve of my spine, but I'm trying to keep my ribs and my lower spine in exactly the same place so they're not increasing that arch. And I've got a couple of centimetres, that's it. I'm going to put my roller a little higher just to get my spine moving into extension at a different height. And just the tiniest expansion of your chest without letting go of the control of your lower spine. Stay there. Can you just take one elbow behind you and look, and then back to the centre, and the other elbow behind you and look. So you're doing the smallest rotation whilst you're in extension. Tiny little twist, it's so small. And then we're going to hold that extension and reach your arms up as high as you can and look up. So again, you're bending backwards just a little. Nod the chin, let the arms float down. Look at your fingertips as you start another roll down. Tuck the chin. And let the arms hang heavy, your head hang heavy. And hang. You don't have to roll to the bottom. And restep. So just standing on that roller. Sorry, not on the roller. Standing with your, as you are, with the roller behind you. Just think about sending your shoulder blades. So imagine a postural stance where you send your shoulder blades back. Now, I'm not pinching the roller with my shoulder blades. I'm very much just drawing my shoulder blades back until my shoulder blades almost gently meet the roller. So it's very much an expansion of the front of my chest, but not a squeezing of my shoulder blades towards one another. So that position is a position that I need to adopt throughout the day because I'm a bit round-shouldered when I'm working. It's not a squeeze, it's just an expansion at the front and a slight engaging of your shoulder blades. So imagine that that roller is there when you're in a car, when you're sitting at a desk, and you're just gently switching on those back muscles enough to keep the shoulders back, but not so far that you squeeze through one place or the other or allow your ribcage to change its shape. Can you still maintain that alignment as you do a backstroke swimming? So don't squeeze the shoulder blades together, they're just gently pressing into the roller. I love backstroke swimming, I walk around the house doing it. I think it's a great exercise to really stretch under the armpit and to just mobilise the ribs a little. So you're just keeping a hold of those shoulder blade muscles, one more to each side. Relax. Last thought, draw your chin backwards a centimetre and relax to where it previously was. So you're still gently hugging, touching the roller with your shoulder blades, but you're just drawing your chin back. I'm not letting my ribs pop forward as I do so. So our neck alignment, your head should be sitting right on top of the spine, and for most of us it's slightly forward, including myself. So just hold that for 10 seconds. Think of your pelvic floor, think of your tummy, think of your ribs releasing, think of a gentle holding on of the shoulder blades and just extending in the neck. So just that endurance required to hold that position is enough to turn on those tiny muscles. I feel my mid-back working pretty hard because this is quite an unusual position for me to be in. So that's your homework. Just try that without the roller. Just try and imagine your shoulder blades are moving towards the centre, to open the shoulder blades a little wider and to draw the chin backwards without the bottom part of your spine countering that and moving forward. So continue to think about that every time you glance in a mirror and see yourself, and hopefully it'll become a more normal habitual posture eventually one day. Well done.